kind of live into the answers. So we're going next to Pennsylvania. Tyler Meckes, who I think has had you on his podcast. Tyler, you're up with Heather.
First off, Heather, great to see you again. And I as always, love the energy that you bring. And I know everybody else appreciates it as well. So thank you so much again for sharing that story. But, as you know, we both couldn't agree more that sales skills are life skills. And really, you highlighted that very perfectly on your journey with starting in sales and then kind of moving through being able to sell books, overcome objections. So as you know, I'm actually in the process of writing my own book and have some long-term goals as well of doing some public speaking. So although you had that experience in corporate America on those big stages, doing some of that public speaking, I haven't yet. And I know some other people who aspire to do public speaking also haven't done that. So what kind of tips and advice do you have for somebody who doesn't have that experience, who simply wants to Scott's point, take that action to learn and get started with their public speaking career?
So nice to see you, Tyler. First of all, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. I'll share a story that I learned yesterday from my good friend, David Nurse. And Tyler, definitely DM him on Instagram because he's like the nicest human ever. And he'll completely share with you how he did this. He had no speaking experience. He was in the NBA. He was a coach in the NBA. And when he got out, he thought, I want to be a speaker. So he sent an email to a friend who worked at Nestle. And he said, who is in charge of hiring speakers for your company? And he's like, I don't know. I'll find an email for you. And he tosses an email. And David tracked this person down. And every objection the person would give, the person would say, I need a speaker reel. He'd be like, I'll be right back with you. And his wife is an actress and he had her like stand in with him and pretend that he was somewhere talking to someone going on live on a stage. He had never done a speech. And so he just kept every objection they throw at him, he'd overcome it. They asked for a speaker fee. He throws out a humongous number. He ends up landing the deal. And what he did is he worked harder for that speech than anything he's ever worked for in his life. And he killed it. And that one speech led to this new career for him. So I guess I don't know what your trajectory will look like, but I can tell you this, taking action, messy action is the answer. Reach out to Nestle right now and find out who's in charge, right? Go on social media and say, I'm kicking off my speaking business. What companies are in need of blah, 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 whatever. Think about what problem you're going to solve for people and start putting it out there. Lead like it's already happening. Just make it a certainty, right? Not like this is something I want to do. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. Go speak at a local school. You can speak virtually. People are still doing virtuals like us everywhere. Ask Scott, hey, on our next TCC, can I do a 10-minute presentation on blah, blah, blah? Like, talk about how you can add value to other people's life, how you can solve problems for others, and start showing up, raising your hand and asking for the opportunity, and those dominoes will start falling.
Messy